Lovely viewers, gather around because today's story is one that will touch your hearts in a way only song Hye Kyo can. When we talk about grace, vulnerability, beauty, and emotional honesty, we always find her name shining brightly at the top. And this time she has once again captured the attention of millions. Not through a glamorous photo shoot, not through a drama premiere, and not through a red carpet appearance, but through a simple, deeply emotional, and completely heartfelt post about motherhood. A post so honest, so raw, and so full of emotion that fans across the world have confessed they were left in tears. Today we are diving deep, interacting, exploring, and feeling every layer of this emotional chapter that song Hye Kyo has just opened to the world. So sit back, relax, and let's walk through this journey together, step by step, emotion by emotion, heart to heart. When song Hye Kyo hit the post button on her Instagram account, nobody expected it to feel like a collective emotional hug. It wasn't staged. It wasn't edited to perfection. It wasn't designed to promote anything. Instead, it was simply her heart speaking. It was her soul opening up. It was her being the woman behind the name, behind the fame, behind the spotlight. And for the first time in a long time, fans felt like they were seeing song Hye Kyo as just a mother, a woman learning, growing, hurting, healing, and loving in real time. And that honesty, oh, it hit deep. As fans scrolled through her caption, they couldn't help but pause. Line after line, the post carried an authenticity that reminded people of the vulnerability they often hide in their own lives. She spoke about the fears she never knew she would have, the strength she discovered, the quiet nights when her emotions overwhelmed her, the mornings when her child's smile restored her completely, and the moments in between that made her realize motherhood is not just a journey, it's a transformation. And not just any transformation, but one that reshapes a woman's heart in ways she never expects. Now, lovely viewers, imagine yourself reading a message like that from someone you admire. Someone who has always appeared strong, confident, elegant, and poised suddenly telling you that she too feels lost sometimes. She too breaks down, she too questions herself, and she too has nights where she lies awake wondering if she's doing enough. That is why the post went viral in minutes. That is why fans shared it endlessly. That is why the comments overflowed with love, empathy, and emotional confessions of their own experiences. Because song Hye Kyo didn't just speak, she made people feel seen. One fan wrote, "Uni, I cried while reading this. Thank you for saying what many mothers are afraid to admit." Another wrote, "I always thought celebrities had it easy, but your honesty showed me we're all fighting silent battles." These weren't just comments, they were connections. They were emotional handshakes. They were people from all around the world recognizing themselves in her words. And isn't that something beautiful? That a woman adored for her beauty and talent could also be adored even more for her vulnerability. Lovely viewers, let's walk through the essence of her message together. Every sentence carried layers of truth that resonate with millions of mothers everywhere. She talked about the moments of doubt, those quiet times when a mother wonders if she's doing enough, if she's giving enough, if she's being enough. That feeling is universal. Whether you're famous or not, whether you live in a palace or a small apartment, motherhood equalizes everything. The pain feels the same. The worry feels the same. The pressure feels the same. And the love. Oh, the love feels even more intense when you're responsible for shaping a tiny human's world. When she described holding her child late at night, feeling small fingers wrapped around her hand, fans could almost picture the scene. They could imagine the soft glow of a night lamp, the quiet breathing of a child, and the emotional weight that settles on a mother's heart during those intimate moments. She wrote about how she sometimes cries, not from sadness but from overwhelming love. Fear mixes with gratitude, exhaustion blends with joy, and all of it comes together in a single tear that falls silently but carries a universe of meaning. And many mothers admitted that they cry the same way. Tears of fear, tears of hope, tears of endless love. When song Hye Kyo said that motherhood has taught her to slow down and appreciate small moments, fans echoed the sentiment. She said she used to rush through life, events, schedules, filming, deadlines. But now, watching her child quietly draw on the floor fills her with a peace she never knew she needed. Motherhood rewired her. It softened her in new ways, strengthened her in others, and grounded her in a way that fame never could. And many fans said reading her words felt like slowing down with her, breathing with her, and understanding a piece of her life that they had never witnessed before. But of course, lovely viewers, she didn't shy away from discussing the difficult parts too. Motherhood, she said, isn't always warm and magical. It's demanding, and there are days when she feels completely drained. There are moments when she second-guesses herself. Times when she wonders if she should be doing more. And those confessions struck a chord with fans because they felt real. Many said they finally felt understood. They finally felt like someone had put into words the emotional tug-of-war that mothers often suppress. Some fans even shared that they printed her words and pasted them on their bedroom walls for inspiration. They said her honesty gave them strength on days they felt overwhelmed. Others said they read her post while breastfeeding or while trying to put their child to sleep, and they cried because it felt like a message written directly for them. That's the kind of emotional impact her post had. And if you think that's where the emotional wave ended, no, the story gets even more touching. Song Hye Kyo also talked about how motherhood changed the way she sees love. She admitted that before becoming a mother, she thought she understood love deeply. But once she held her child for the first time, everything shifted. Love expanded. Love intensified. Love became something she felt physically, emotionally, and spiritually. She said she learned patience she didn't know she had. She discovered a protective instinct she never expected. And she found a sense of purpose that runs deeper than any script she's ever read. Lovely viewers, imagine reading that from someone who has lived her life under the spotlight, has had her relationships dissected by the public, has been judged, admired, criticized, and praised. Imagine how raw, how exposed, how honest she had to be to write something so deeply personal. That is why fans couldn't help but shed tears. Because she wasn't just speaking about motherhood, she was speaking about rediscovering herself. And as you continue to listen, imagine yourself interacting with her emotions. Imagine holding her words in your hands and feeling the weight of what she shared. That post wasn't just a message. It was a window into her world. A world where she balances being an icon with being a mother. A world where she sometimes feels stronger than ever and sometimes fragile. A world where she is constantly learning, constantly growing, constantly loving. After the initial wave of reactions, something beautiful happened online. Something almost magical. Fans didn't just comment and move on. They started opening up to one another, using Song Hye Kyo's words as a safe space to express their own truths. Mothers, young women, older women, even teenagers who weren't parents yet but admired her deeply. They all felt something stir inside them. Her message unlocked a door, and on the other side of that door were stories people had been too afraid to share, emotions they had long buried, and reflections they didn't even know they needed. Imagine this, lovely viewers. Thousands of people across the world sitting in their bedrooms, kitchens, workplaces, wherever they saw her post, pausing their busy lives for just a moment. They weren't scrolling mindlessly. They weren't searching for gossip or entertainment. They were feeling, actually feeling. Because for the first time in a long time, a celebrity wasn't showing perfection. She was showing truth. And truth always invites more truth. One fan from the Philippines wrote, "I haven't slept properly in 3 days because of my newborn. When I read her words, I closed my eyes and cried. I felt understood." A mother from Brazil said, "My son is 12 now, but reading this brought back memories of my early days of motherhood. I didn't know I still needed healing." Even a young woman from Nigeria commented, "I'm not a mother yet, but if motherhood feels like this, I know it's both terrifying and beautiful. Thank you for being real." Lovely viewers, can you feel that? The power of connection spreading globe to globe, language to language, mother to mother, woman to woman, soul to soul. It was no longer just about Song Hye Kyo. It became a movement, an emotional healing thread that wove its way through thousands of lives. And while fans were pouring their hearts out, something else happened behind the scenes. Quiet but so important. People began reflecting on motherhood in their own families. Daughters messaged their mothers saying thank you. Sons called home to apologize for moments of misunderstanding. Women who never believed they were doing enough began forgiving themselves. Some even said they hugged their children a little tighter that night, promising themselves to be more gentle, more patient, more present. Lovely viewers, that's the beauty of vulnerability. It multiplies. When one brave heart speaks, others begin to whisper, then speak, then bloom. As the evening went on, celebrities also began sharing her post with their own reflections. Actresses, models, even fathers expressed admiration for her honesty. Some admitted they had been struggling quietly too, balancing fame, schedules, and parenting. Song Hye Kyo unknowingly gave them permission to speak without fear of judgment. A well-known actress reposted her message saying, "Thank you, Uni, for reminding me that it's okay to feel overwhelmed at times. Your honesty is a gift to every parent." Another celebrity father wrote, "Even as a dad, this brought tears to my eyes. Parenthood is a journey where we're all learning." The beauty of this continuation, lovely viewers, is that her post created unity in a world where people often feel alone. It dissolved invisible walls. It showed that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's connection. But let's go a little deeper because the emotional impact didn't stop there. Many fans began sharing memories of their own childhoods. Some recalled how hard their mothers worked. Others reflected on moments they took for granted. One comment read, "I used to think my mom nagged too much, but now as a mother, I understand she was just tired and trying her best." Another said, "My mom passed away 5 years ago. Reading these words reminded me of her sacrifices. I cried today in a way I haven't cried in years." Lovely viewers, can you imagine the healing taking place? Can you imagine how many hearts softened? How many wounds gently reopened just enough to be soothed? How many memories resurfaced with new meaning? As all of this unfolded, fans began asking for more from Song Hye Kyo. Not because they wanted gossip or drama, but because they felt comforted by her truth. They wanted to hear more about her motherhood journey, her challenges, her joys, her hopes for her child's future. And while she didn't respond immediately, her silence didn't feel like neglect, felt like understanding. People knew she had said what she needed to say, and now it was their turn to speak, to feel, to heal. Lovely viewers, the continuation of this moment turned into a reflection about life itself. Because motherhood isn't just about raising a child, it's about raising yourself. It's about discovering patience you never knew you had. It's about learning to function with love even when you're exhausted. It's about understanding what truly matters, letting go of what doesn't, and embracing the beauty of small moments. Her words made people pause and ask themselves questions like, when was the last time I appreciated the person who raised me? Why am I so hard on myself? When did I forget that love can be messy and still be beautiful? These questions lingered in people's minds long after they closed their apps. And then came the fan-made edits. Oh yes, lovely viewers, the internet did its magic. Photos of her holding her child, scenes from her dramas where she looked emotional, clips of her smiling lovingly. Fans merged these with her heartfelt words, turning them into emotional montages that spread across TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. Some had soft music, some had narrations. All had tears flowing in the comment section. It became more than a post. It became a tribute, a celebration of motherhood, love, and vulnerability. Lovely viewers, picture the scene. Mothers rocking their babies to sleep while scrolling through these edits. Young women dreaming about their future families. Older women reminiscing about their younger years. Men gaining a newfound respect for the emotional depth of motherhood. All of this happening because one woman dared to be honest. But there's something even more beautiful. Her post didn't just make people emotional. It inspired action. Organizations that support mothers began sharing her message. Parenting groups used her words to spark discussions about mental health. Some fans even arranged small online support circles where mothers could talk freely without judgment. Song Hye Kyo unintentionally started a movement of emotional honesty, one that embraced love, vulnerability, and healing. Lovely viewers, as we move deeper into this inclusive continuation, let's talk about the subtle but profound change that happened in how fans saw her. They no longer viewed her only as a goddess of beauty or a queen of Korean drama. They saw her as a woman who was real, relatable, and courageous. They saw her as someone who carried both grace and fragility, and that made them love her even more. She became a symbol, not of perfection but of authenticity, not of flawlessness but of truth, not of unreachable celebrity life, but of genuine human experience. And that's the version of Song Hye Kyo that fans carried with them in their hearts. After her words became a global emotional echo, something even more unexpected happened. People who had never interacted with one another online began bonding in ways that felt almost like family. The post that started as a personal message from Song Hye Kyo had quietly grown into a community where strangers comforted strangers, mothers encouraged mothers, and young women found emotional mentors in the comment section. It wasn't about fandom anymore. It was about humanity. Lovely viewers, imagine scrolling through thousands of comments and seeing people replying to complete strangers with words like, "You're doing great," "Don't give up," "You're stronger than you think," and "Your child will grow up knowing how deeply you loved them." These messages weren't just comments, they were lifelines. And they were all inspired by the emotional honesty Song Hye Kyo had shown. What touched fans the most was how her post changed the way people spoke about motherhood. Before, many felt pressured to pretend everything was perfect, to hide their frustration, their exhaustion, their self-doubt. But now, with her leading the way, women started feeling permission to speak freely. They wrote about the moments they felt overwhelmed, about the days they didn't feel strong, about the nights they cried quietly so their children couldn't hear. And every single time someone was there to say, "It's okay. You're not alone." Lovely viewers, can you feel how powerful that is? One honest moment from her opened the door for thousands to heal. But even more beautiful was how many fans began reflecting not only on their own motherhood experiences, but also on their mother's sacrifices. Young adults said they finally understood the emotional depth behind the moments they once misunderstood. Some wrote, "I used to be annoyed when my mom hovered, but now I see it was love," while others said, "I wish I had understood this earlier. I would have hugged my mother more." That ripple of reflection touched hearts across the world. And as the emotional waves continued spreading, something else blossomed: gratitude. Mothers began thanking themselves for the first time in years. Women who had doubted their worth suddenly realized they had been carrying an entire world on their shoulders all this time. They realized they pushed through sleepless nights, fears, uncertainties, and sacrifices with nothing but love guiding them. Song Hye Kyo's post acted like a mirror in which women saw not just their struggles, but their strength. Lovely viewers, many fans also began wondering about the exact moment that led her to write the post. Was it a quiet morning with her child cuddled beside her? Was it after a long, emotional night of reflection? Was it a moment of clarity watching her child play? The mystery made it even more meaningful, because no matter where those words came from, they came from her heart. Some fans imagined her sitting by a window, watching her child sleep, the city lights glowing softly behind her. Others pictured her wiping away her own tears as she wrote, realizing she was finally ready to share her truth. That imagined scene became iconic in fans' minds, and many even created artwork showing her in that peaceful, emotional moment of honesty. Lovely viewers, the continuation of this story also brings us to how the media responded. Major entertainment outlets picked up the post, not with scandalous headlines or dramatic interpretations, but with admiration. They praised her bravery. They spoke about how rare it is for celebrities, especially in the Korean entertainment industry, to show such vulnerable sides of themselves. Parenting blogs quoted her words. Lifestyle magazines wrote columns on how her honesty broke stereotypes about motherhood. Her message didn't just touch fans. It sparked discussions in professional circles about emotional wellness, realistic expectations of mothers, and the importance of self-compassion. But let's go even deeper into the emotional side, lovely viewers, because this part is truly heart-melting. Many fans said they felt as though Song Hye Kyo had reached out from behind their phone screens and held their hands. They said her words felt like a soft hug, like a warm reassurance that even on the hardest days, they were still amazing mothers, daughters, women, humans. And that emotional touch is what kept her post trending for days.